For the kind attention of the audience, the academic procession is about to enter the orb. May we request everyone to please switch off your mobile phones or turn them on to silent mode. We request everyone to please rise to welcome the academic procession. The academic procession is now entering the orb, led by Dr. Vijila Kendi, Principal, Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science. In the academic procession, we have Dr. Dayala Rajan, Head Academic Operations, Dr. Balu, Deputy Dean, Department of Management, Dr. N. Sumati, Head Department of Commerce, Dr. Radhika, Head Department of English, Mr. Leo Jetrude, Head Department of Visual Communication, Dr. Emmanuel Daniel, Head Department of Social Work, Dr. Shaktivel, Dean Academic and Accreditation, and representing the institutional leadership in the procession is our respected joint correspondent Sri Shankar Vanavarayar, our esteemed correspondent Sri M. Balasubramaniam, our respected Vice Chairman Sri M. Manikam, our revered Chairman Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar, along with our Chief Guest Mr. Manoj Kumar, CEO of Nandi Foundation. Vanakkam and Namaskaram. Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science extends a warm and a hearty welcome to everyone for the graduation ceremony of the founding batch of class. We begin the graduation ceremony with Tamil Thai Varthu. I invite Ms. Meenakshi from class to render the Tamil Thai Varthu.
நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திரும்பியந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
Thank you, Meenakshi. May I invite our respected joint correspondent, Sri Shankar Vanavarayar, to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening and welcome to all of you gathered here. It's indeed wonderful to be here in this setting. And when I say the setting, there is certainly the feeling of India, this nation and our identity right behind us. As we walked in, we could only imagine the heights of what this country is and can be. And also this orb that reminds us of the possibilities of a universe ahead, at what we can do and should do, and the future. And I say the future because looking at the young men and women in black and red and yellow and red, it only talks about the future of the possibilities. I firstly take this opportunity to welcome the chairman, the vice chairman, and the correspondent for this August event ceremony, which is very important in the beginning of a wonderful future for this institution. I also am glad and very happy to see family members, fathers, mothers, brothers, relatives gathered here, because certainly it's a very important moment in your lives and our lives to see these young people walk out today strong, confident, and clear. Special welcome to all of you. I also acknowledge and welcome our invitees, our college committee members, members from media, and the entire fraternity of Kumaraguru. This is also very special. It is a grand legacy, a certain history in this campus, and a new foundation for this institution. Such an event is very special. A graduation is a certain time in every institution where we look up on the last 4 years or the 3 years or the 2 years, depending on the course that people have studied. And we celebrate that success, that great accomplishment that young people have done for over 12 years and the next many years ahead. But it's also a time when an institution celebrates its reality, what it has done, what it shall do, and how it is performed. For Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science, this is the first graduation. The first graduation is the foundation, is a significant point in history where forever you will be the first gems of this institution. And a special welcome to all of you who are graduating today, because you are certainly the foundation and the history of this institution. I'm sure with your wishes, with your success, with your great accomplishments, this institution will go further. So congratulations, welcome back in this institution, especially to all of you, because this ceremony is all about you. For such a moment, for such an occasion, what is very important? Certainly all of us gathering, happily celebrating, is certainly very, very important. But also important is to have somebody with us, a special guest with us, a special guest who can tell us more, who can wish and bless all of you, who can tell you what is ahead, but most importantly, be a star for this evening. We have today who somebody I consider as a friend, philosopher, and guide in many ways. We use these phrases very often for many things. I certainly can say he's a friend. Through my Aspen experience, I can say he's a philosopher. He was a moderator and a guide to us in my leadership fellowship that I was part of, and certainly a guide for many things, because on and off, we keep discussing many aspects about India, society, personal growth, and so many things. He's an inspiration. More than an inspiration, he's an inspired person. For me, people who are inspired to make change, to enormous difference, is always very special. Friends, he's somebody who has been working from different spheres, starting as a financial person, as somebody as a finance professional, working along with public institutions, so many other things, almost becoming an entrepreneur, a social entrepreneur, today a maverick, a leader for transformation and social change, working with thousands of farmers, tribals, lakhs of people have transformed through the organization, along with extraordinary people that he works with. We have with us Manoj Kumar, who is today going to talk to you, tell you the journey, wish you, but certainly Manoj, thank you so much for being with us. It is very, very special. And for a liberal arts institution, I think it's very important to understand such journeys. Such journeys are important because in your lives in the future, so many changes more will happen. So many transformations will happen, and people say that in your lives there might not be 3 jobs but 3 careers. Somebody like Manoj will tell you the opportunities, and certainly you have read about him, and you shall know more about him and listen to him, and you will know more. Who better to give you a lead on what next and what more? So I hope this evening is truly enjoyable, and once again, I thank you, Manoj, for being with us. There are over 100 of you, 130 of you, I'm told, here. Life ahead is going to be extraordinary. I'm sure 1 year has taught you many things further. I'm sure coming back to college would have given you nostalgia. Now I want to tell you from today, it's no more going to be a past student, but it's going to be forever a classite, forever an alumni of this institution. The first batch will have to come back for anything and everything. We will have to refer you for anything and everything. For that, you should keep in touch with us. This will always be a special institution. I'm saying thank you to you, not for coming today, but for allowing us to adventure with you, for allowing us to build with you, because this is a new institution in an old legacy, which means we wanted to try many things, do things differently. This also means that you allowed us and worked along with us to build this foundation. Thank you very much for being that batch which gave the foundation. And I know some of you have told me, it looks like every month is something different, every semester is something different. But believe me, if your juniors in the future will see a stable, wonderful institution, even though we believe class should always be fluid, should be future-focused, should be agile, this is because of some of your understanding, trust, and belief in us. Once again, welcome to all of you. Let's have a wonderful evening. Certainly, I want to thank the rain gods who gave us a little prediction that they might bless us. But today, I think we are okay. Once again, wonderful welcome to all of you, and let's have a wonderful evening, a celebration of your lives in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I invite Dr. Vijila Kennedy, Principal, Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science, to present the college report.
Distinguished guests, dear graduates, family and friends of our graduates, good evening and welcome to the first graduation ceremony of KCLAS. On this momentous occasion, it is my privilege and my great honor to present the journey and growth of Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science. Today is a day to celebrate the success that you and we have achieved together. The multidisciplinary and the holistic education for the youth of the nation was seeded by our founding chairman, Aruchelvar, Dr. N. Mahalingam Ayya. The journey of KCLAS, the first ever liberal arts college in the region, started on May 11, 2018, in this beautiful campus with 4 programs. 132 students and 8 faculty members and 2 support staff stepped into the campus on June 25th, 2018. A talented student body recognized for his academic abilities, energy, and creativity. And we were delighted to welcome our first master's students in social work in 2019. Since then, it has been a quest for discovery and advancement while being firmly grounded on our values. Our focused progression and acceleration were visioned and greatly supported by the members of the Board of Trustees and administrators of Kumaraguru institutions. I take this opportunity to thank them for their extraordinary leadership. I also thank you, the firstborns, the founding batch of KCLAS, for trusting us and traveling with us. You were also the test batch, both for us as well as for the pandemic. But you utilized every opportunity offered in the campus and completed your program with flying colors. We are very happy that in the class of 2021, which had 144 students, 97% graduated, 7 achieved university ranks, 26% achieved first class with distinction, and 66% achieved first class. My congratulations to all of you. I think you need to give a clap for yourself. And today, as responsible citizens, you're making an impact on the society and the nation. 88 of you are pursuing further education, of whom 7 are overseas, and I hope they are watching us on live. 33 are employed in organizations, 11 have joined in their family business, 7 have started their own ventures. We are indeed very proud of you. KCLAS, into its 4th year of our journey, we have had an exciting, intense, and passionate journey, while we have had our challenges. Yet we stand tall, and we continue to stride towards our vision of offering high-quality, multidisciplinary education designed to empower the nation. Currently, we are offering 10 undergraduate programs and 2 master's programs. Our latest addition in 2022 were undergraduate programs in data science, Tamil creative writing, and master's program in political science. We offer PhD programs in Tamil, commerce, and management, and also have launched NM Tamil Research Center and NM Center for Public Policy. We are looking to build on these strengths with key research priorities well aligned with the state and national priorities in environment, entrepreneurship, industry, education, and public policy. We have just welcomed 496 students this year, and our students' strength on campus is 1,365. Our enrollment has significantly moved from 53% in 2018, that is your batch, to 93% in 2022. We received 1,813 applications for the 580 seats, and our acceptance rate is 29% as we continue to attract highly aspirational students. We continue to welcome seed students into our program every year. We have a committed faculty team of 60 members, of whom 62% are PhD holders and have been drawn from 7 different states. The average experience of our faculty is 11 years, and 10% of them have international experience. The core academics is enriched beyond the student-centric lectures. Last year, we have had 84 expert conversations, people who came and addressed us from the industry, 39 workshops, 21 on-campus certificate courses were conducted. 314 students were engaged in internships, and 1,345 online courses were successfully completed by the students. We have evolved a new interdisciplinary education model through KCLAS Liberal Edge, which offers classroom-based interdisciplinary courses, interdisciplinary online modules, problem-based learning, solvathon, and social labs to broaden the minds of the students with interdisciplinary cohorts. The Liberal Edge Week, which is conducted each semester, offers exciting opportunities for students to explore beyond the domain and promote intellectual curiosity. Students have also gained holistic development through the 12 active clubs and have won in several state and national events. To advance and deepen the domain knowledge through KCLAS Edge Plus, we have partnered with 45 national and international organizations and universities. Partners include Harvard Business Publishing, Coursera, IBM, ACCA, Alliance Francaise, YS Academy, Shankar AS Academy, National Stock Exchange, LV Prasad Film Academy, and many others. Students enroll in pathways to earn micro-credentials based on their career aspirations and advancement. We are happy to also share that in 2022, we have received few awards. Emerging Institute of the Year from ASSOCHAM, Most Promising College of the Year and Emerging Institute of the Year from World Education Congress, College of the Year from Higher Education Review magazine, and Most Eco-Friendly Campus from Bhumi Foundation. I think the first batch laid the foundation for these awards, and I should thank all of you. I truly acknowledge the contribution of all our faculty, staff, and our alumni, and our current students for creating and designing KCLAS as a place where you want to be. Looking ahead, we are a college on the move. While we are operating in the VUCA ecosystem, we work together towards growth and excellence as we continue to seek your engagement with us as alumni. We have set directions to advance knowledge and mold students who make a difference in the society and for the nation. And most of all, we still believe in hard work, and we are determined that our dreams will not be deferred. As Aristotle said, excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intentions, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. I once again congratulate each one of you on your success. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. May I invite our revered chairman, Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar, to deliver the presidential address.
The most distinguished chief guest, Mr. Manoj Kumar, distinguished colleagues in the management, the principal, and other faculty members, the heads, parents, last but not the least, the students who are now graduates and who are eagerly awaiting to come and receive your degrees and medals. In a short span of time, KCT Liberal Arts has made a mark for itself. That could be made out from the report of the principal, how in a short span this institution has done so well that it has received applications far in excess of the seats they can provide. Actually, this is primarily a vision of our joint correspondent. When he came and told me he wants to try out something like this, I told him I have not heard of it. I've heard of arts colleges, but I have not heard of liberal arts college. Then he told me, Father, you belong to a very old and ancient generation. Naturally, you can't understand what is happening. Just leave it to us. We will do it. And now he has done it. So we have to give a hand to him. Of course, he was ably supported by the principal, Dr. Vigila Kennedy, and the heads of departments and other faculty members. Together they have done it. And now you are all the members, the first batch of a college. Even when this college celebrates one day the Golden Jubilee, still you will be remembered as the first batch. So you got to be proud of that. As was mentioned by the principal, this experiment, this is the first one of its kind in this region to have a liberal arts. And if you care to know how it is different from a regular arts college, it's very interesting. Here they don't make you, like in other colleges, only confine your search for knowledge within the syllabus provided within the classrooms. But you're allowed to go out freely and understand so many other things. but still it is a process of evolution. I'm sure Dr. Vijila will agree with me. In the years to come, this will evolve more, but definitely it has worked. That's what makes us all happy. Now we have a chief guest. His profile I went through. Honestly, a very amazing person. He thinks differently and tries it out very courageously. That's what we need today. Today's India is an aspirational India. Opportunities are immense, infinite. So it is up to you to take advantage of the conditions that India provides to you and make the best use of it. You have passed out one examination and soon you will be full-fledged graduates. But I can tell you, even now I am writing exams. Every decision you make in life is one examination. There may not be a question paper, there will be nobody to correct it. But the outcome of it will say whether you have passed or not. Times are going to be extremely exciting. And India is all set to lead the world even in so many ways. We are told that India is aiming at a $5 trillion economy. And after the COVID, the way India bounced back, and as you all know, last month's GST collection was 1,52,000 crores. So I can tell you, you are going to have a great future, but don't be complacent. Challenges are far too many. Severe competition awaits you, so you cannot afford to be relaxed. But if you are willing to work hard and put the best effort, sky is the limit. So I wish you all a great future, and so that after 5 years, 10 years, when you come back to the campus and meet us and tell us what you are in life now, whether in India or outside. But I can tell you, you will have a great future, nothing to worry at all. My days were different. India was not the India of your India today. There's no such thing as campus placement. They gave the degree and sent us out. And we have been for 5 years, 10 years hunting for a job. And in the process, we got matured a lot. But in your case, it's all very different. Everything is there for the asking. And to you parents, I should, on behalf of the management, thank every parent for having chosen this college at a time when what is liberal arts nobody knew. But I can say an element of risk you took and entrusted your children to us. Now we are giving them back to you as full-fledged graduates with a great future ahead. ஆகவே அருட்செல்வரை நினைக்க வேண்டிய ஒரு நேரம் இது. அந்த மாமனிதனுடைய கனவு பலவிதமான பரிமாணங்களை எடுத்துக்கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. ஒரு மனிதன் தன் வாழ்நாளில் 35 கல்வி நிறுவனங்களை துவங்கி இன்று 40,000க்கும் அதிகமாக கல்வி பயில்கிறார்கள். அந்த மாமனிதனை நன்றியோடு நாம் நினைவு கூற வேண்டும். A simple Gandhian who started his education in his hometown Pollachi in a municipal boys' high school and worked his way up and finally became the recipient of the Padma Bhushan received from Abdul Kalam. So this institution has a big legacy, as Shankar said, and in the days to come, I can say with certainty KCT will do even better, and one day it will be declared as an institution of excellence by the Government of India. So let this be our dream. So again, I wish you all the best, and I should thank the principal, the heads, and all the faculty members for all they have done, and they have succeeded in their experiment. In the years to come, things will be even better. So wish you all students the very best. நல்லா பண்ணுவீங்கல்ல? சத்தமாக சொல்லுங்க. இன்னும் கூட கொஞ்சம் சத்தமாக. Because the rains have not come and the mosquitoes have not come. I was watching all of you, whether you're scratching. Maybe this gown, this dress, everything takes care. When they told me of this Venu na chonne, two things. One, the rain. Second, the mosquito. Rendum varla. So let us thank the power above and wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Now the Okay. Now the formal part of the evening business will begin, and I declare this graduation ceremony open. The graduation ceremony of the Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science has been called for presenting degrees to the candidates who in the examinations held for the purpose by Bharatiyar University have been certified to be worthy of the same. Now, the introduction of the chief guest.
We are extremely happy to introduce the chief guest of today's graduation ceremony, Mr. Manoj Kumar, the founding CEO of Nandi Foundation. He is a trailblazer who disrupted the NGO space in India by implementing large-scale projects with measurable and laudable outcomes. It includes feeding midday meals to 1.3 million school children, providing skills and jobs to over more than 100,000 unemployed youth, and looking after the education of 300,000 girls across India. The latest outcome among his incredible transformative initiative is the creation of a regenerative agricultural model called Arakunomics through the creation of Araku Coffee, a premium coffee brand grown by the indigenous tribes of the Araku Valley. This model was won the prestigious Food System Vision Prize 2050 from the Rockefeller Foundation, the USA. Sir, we are extremely proud to have you as a chief guest for the founding batch graduation ceremony of Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science.
A Robert McNamara Fellow of the World Bank. Manoj's career as a professional began with stints in Ministry of Finance, Development Banking, Microfinance and International Humanitarian Organizations before becoming the founding CEO of Nandi Foundation. Under his leadership, Nandi's first decade saw Manoj design and implement innovative solutions that enhance efficiency and quality of large-scale government services. Creation of the largest network of centralized kitchens for providing 1 billion midday meals to 1 million school-going children being one such example. Nandi Foundation joined hands with KC Mahindra Educational Trust to jointly manage one of the largest education-based girl-child empowerment program named Project Nanhi Kali. Manoj led the transformation of tribal communities of Araku Valley and aggravating ecological fragility into a region with biodiverse functional forests and thus creating an iconic global brand, Araku Coffee, that enabled 3 lakh tribal lives to come out of poverty. The successful regenerative agriculture model of Araku is being replicated in rural and urban India under the aegis of Arakunomics, which was awarded the prestigious Food System Vision Prize 2050 by the Rockefeller Foundation, New York, USA. A fellow and moderator of the Aspen Institute, Manoj is a John P. McNally laureate. Manoj serves on the boards of a number of social impact organizations, including as trustee of Ananta Aspen Center, which runs the Kamal Nayan Bajaj Fellowship in India. Manoj was named by the Financial Times London as one of the 25 people to watch out for in India.
I invite the chief guest to deliver the graduation day address.
Respected Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar, Chairman, Dr. M. Manikam, Vice Chairman, Dr. M. Balasubramaniam, Correspondent, my friend who is responsible for me being here today, Sri Shankar Vanavarayar, Joint Correspondent, Dr. Vigila Edwin Kennedy, the Principal of the Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science, other distinguished members connected with the institution, faculty, other partners to the institution present or not present here, parents of the students, students themselves, and I would like to add also a lot of invisible staff, including sweepers, cleaners, who keep this beautiful campus fantastically intact. All of them, Vanakkam and good evening. It's an honor to be here in this seat of learning and to be called upon as the chief guest and give the convocation address. As the chairman was mentioning earlier, to paraphrase him, people remember only the first man to land on moon or the first man to climb Everest. You ask who was the 7th to go, they have no idea. So this batch, I should say, you are very lucky. You will always be remembered in the history of education as the first batch to have done this experiment of being the liberal arts graduate. So congratulations. And I will be also privileged to be a footnote in that history because I happen to be the person to speak to you and to wish you all the best. So, my dear students, my dear brothers and sisters, the chairman was alluding to the fact that you live in a wonderful time in history. I cannot agree more with him. I'll call it the time of infinite opportunities. But I want to qualify that this is also the time of an equal number of distractions. During his time or my time, we had less distractions. We were compelled to obey as we were told. That's not the time anymore. And you are in that stage in your life, what I call it the first 20 years of your existence on this planet. And I would imagine there are at least in today's world, 4 more such episodes to come of 20 years each. And as you are at this cusp of finishing your first 20 years on this planet, I have only one fundamental thing to request you. Please remember that you have reached here because at least 2 sets of people have spent their 20 years to get you here. One is your parents, and the other is your faculty. So please don't let them down. I am recollecting the one of the Stoic philosophers who was the earliest Roman emperors, Marcus Aurelius. He said, he wrote in his book, The Meditations, what is your vocation? Which is probably the question you all ask. Or those of you even got an appointment letter still ask this question. And he answers, to be a good person. So be that. And when I asked Shankar, what should I be talking, what is the expectation? So Shankar said, try to give some kind of advice based especially on your experience. So I've tried to summarize it in today's world of rote learning, where admissions to IIT is also decided by a factory in Kota. You know, everything is reduced to formulas and by-hearted, injected and pressed and given. You know, people don't have time for long lectures. So I've tried to encapsulate it in the form of just 7 alphabets, and I'll stick to them. So I'll call them A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'll just give a line each for what these alphabets stand, and that's my advice to you. First and foremost, I would like you to be authentic all throughout your life. We live in a time, especially with so much social media, so much attention to what others are doing, we are almost under pressure to be others. I want you to assess who you are and try to reduce the gap between what you are, what you believe in, and what you do. Try to be authentic, that's the key. Otherwise, we'll be constantly trying to be someone else. So that's my first advice to you. The second, which is B, is to be brave. We increasingly live in a time where the generation after generation, and here when I say generation after generation, my daughter who is 15 told me that every 3 years is a new generation, Papa. So with generation after generation, by that yardstick, are becoming less and less brave and less courageous. We think the contrary. So what is that courage I'm asking for? One is to take independent decisions. Another is to be authentic and to be honest. Third is to speak out, which I think in some cases you see that, especially if you are a parent of a teenager, you will think, you will never accuse them of not speaking out. The other is also not to be afraid of, also not to make mistakes. So a whole range of a character of being brave is something I'll request you to develop. The third point which I want to suggest and appeal is to be ready for change. Never in history are we going to face such rapid changes coming year after year, maybe month after month. The only time the world was shaken up was in this unfortunate pandemic of the COVID, where everybody was woken up to adapt, whether it was schools shifting to online education, children struggling to know how to remain in a room, do nothing, and a whole range of work or occupation having to align itself to the changing circumstances. But going forward, it could be climate change, it could be new technologies disrupting, it could be trade wars, it could be unrest, it could be demographic challenges. Changes are going to be inevitable. By the time you get the graduation, the entire job market will change. Whatever you studied will be redundant. I would say the maximum advantage, if any, is for people in liberal arts, and that's why it's called liberal. The education is kept so liberal that there's maximum margin for error from the job market and what we have. So how do we be agile? How do we adapt? And how do we learn to be innovative and not be stuck? That's the skill to develop. The D for me is to have that value constantly of being diverse. We live at a time where we want to have only one language. We want only one crop in the field. It's either rice or wheat, paddy or wheat. We want these days even diet to be one. You know, it'll be one diet across, one culture across. There is a monotheism that is going on in our lifestyles, whereas we have to move as part of a global order to be diverse, whether it is biodiversity, whether it's multiple crops, whether it's what you eat, what you read, what you see. I think we need to have diversity, and that's what will make your mind more fertile and adaptable. The E, which is the next word I have for you to remember, which is to develop emotional intelligence. Today, almost everyone will be equal in terms of knowledge because you have an instrument and there is something called Google or something else coming up every 5 years. So your knowledge will get normalized. It will be at the most application of knowledge that will matter. But what will really set you apart in the coming years is how good is your emotional intelligence? How good are your social skills? How good do you deal with a crisis? How do you face large crowds? How do you face decision making in awkward situations? That comes not from your IQ. Knowing the capital of a country will not help there. What will really help is how much balanced and how much strong is your emotions. So that is again something which you can develop because you had a humanities or a liberal arts education. That's the advantage of this. And so build on it. And they will be cultivated over the years from arts, from culture, from books, from cinema. It's a whole range of liberal art education which you are now trained to grasp better than the engineers, than the technocrats, that should help you. I believe the future is not going to be eventually of technology and technocrats. It's going to be of people who know human nature, people who know how to manage people, people who know how to rule people, and that will be people who have studied liberal arts and humanities. So you're heralding actually a new knowledge domain even before the world is. And I want to congratulate the whole school and the team, and Shankar in particular, for thinking in that direction. My last 2 points are derived more specifically from the body of work I do. And the F stands for, I spoke to some of the faculty also. F stands for food. I want you to all spend some time and worry about food. I say this because I would request you that whenever you eat food, and hopefully at least once in a day all of you will eat food. Whenever you eat food, I would like you to ask 3 questions. First question is, whoever produced this food, in the sense the farmer, is that farmer making profits, sustained profits? And is the farmer getting prosperous? Otherwise, we should worry about this food system that we are part of. The second question to ask is this food that I'm consuming good for me? Is it nutritious? In fact, growing up, my grandmother used to tell me that there is only one advice she has for me. That is, please always think twice before you put anything into the mouth and take anything out of the mouth. She was referring to be careful about what you speak and be careful about what you eat. And so today we live in a time where people think, the new generation thinks food comes from an app. The generation before that thought food came from a refrigerator. And the one before that thought it came from the kitchen where mother cooked. It took another generation to figure out that it came from a farmer, from a field, from a farm. So it's very important to really worry about, after everything, whether the food is nutritious for you, not just tasty. And the last part about food I want to ask you is, we need to start asking this question. In this journey from the farmer to your plate, has this food damaged the planet? If it has, then that's also worrisome. We are increasingly facing a time where we definitely eat far more than we are required to, and are definitely far less healthier than we should be. So there is something wrong with our food system. And all the producers I meet, their children don't want to be farmers. And they themselves have only one wish, that their children should never be farmers. So I wonder who will do the food production for us. I was joking to Shankar in the morning that I am scared of a time when our children will be eating a pill for a breakfast because there is no food available. So it's just a tablet. So food system and how food is produced, what it does is something to worry about. Personally, I work with farmers across the country, let's say close to 1.5 million at any time. The Araku coffee in the tribal area is one. We also work with farmers in the cities so that young people, including engineers, including humanity graduates and technology people, have own farms outskirts of cities. That's what we do across the cities. I've offered Shankar and the principal as well as all the faculty the fact that we must consider creating not only in the agricultural college of the Kumaraguru institutions, but also in any college, in this campus also, a place where we grow food the right way and engage students to be part of it and maybe make it an entrepreneurial venture itself. Because we have reached that stage where Master Chef has made many men also get excited about cooking. But now we have to move to making a generation of food growers. So that's the bit I wanted to speak on food. And often bothers me the fact that 95% of the world's malnourished children, their parents are farmers. So there is a gross irony we live with, that the farmers who put food on our table every single day, they are unable to feed their children. So there's something wrong drastically with the food system. And I extol all of you to worry about it, work about it, at least think about it. And my last point, with that I would be able to almost conclude, is the letter G, or the alphabet G. And this is something which I want to spend time. And the G stands for gender equality. It's probably the oldest problem. It started ever since man was born. So it's as old as it can be. I have nothing more to say about this because everything has been said and done and undone about it. But to a group, for an audience like this, I will only say one thing. If you are a man, every day try to behave better. That's all I will say. It's a continuous reform process because it's so deeply embedded in our veins and cells and tissues to continue to propagate patriarchy. It's a tremendous disease that we are born with, and we need to strive to get out of it every single moment of our existence. And if you are a woman, I will say two things. One, please raise your sons differently. And second, I think your time has come. Just come and demand that. Otherwise, we are never going to vacate those seats. Just demand it. It's your time. We work with any time a cohort of 200,000 underprivileged girls across India, mostly in gender-adverse regions, and we look after them for 10 to 15 years till they get to become self-reliant. There are parts of India that we work where girls, I was telling today morning, have a price tag on their wrist. Going rate is 5,000 for a 12-year-old rupees. That's the India we live. There are pockets of it. While India is tremendously improving as much as we can with equal opportunities and more for women, there are still these pockets where colleges and institutions and enlightenment that we see in the South probably hasn't reached. I'm saying there are pockets within South India also. So we need to see what we can do for them. So far, we would have helped 500,000 girls like this across India in 20-25 pockets. And now we are in a quest for the last 3 years where every year we place 100,000 or 1 lakh youth, unemployed youth, into corporate jobs. Because just the education is not enough. So in this entire journey, when we ask the girls, what do you want most? They say, can you let us be? Because we don't even let them be what they are. So I think in every moment of our existence, we have to worry about this problem. Otherwise, it's not going to become our muscle memory. And that is something I can fundamentally demand as a right only from graduates and postgraduates of a liberal arts institution or a course where you are more tuned and wired and trained to worry about the problems. The rest of the faculties are often told about how to make wealth. You will be told how to manage a civilization. What is the use of this wealth if you don't live in a good society after all? So your role is far more important is what I would like to say. And many a time I am told you cannot have a talk end without addressing your thoughts on two words, which I will touch on, which is not part of what I wanted to say. One is this word called leadership. Today everybody wants to make their children leaders. And the other is a confusion around the word success. You know, who is successful? Are you successful based on your salary or your visiting card or your house size or the car you own or the countries you have visited? How do you define success? That's the billion-dollar question. So many years ago, I had Professor Howard Gardner, who runs the Department of Education and propounded the theories of intelligence. If you Google him, you will see, very distinguished, now an octogenarian from Harvard. He, in his theories of multiple intelligence, had spoken about various aspects of how to raise a child, and his focus was the age group 0 to 10. So he had heard of our work and spent a week with us in Hyderabad. And I had organized, there was another friend like Shankar who organized a dinner for the distinguished people of Hyderabad to listen to Gardner. And he was asked to speak on what is the single most thing needed for today's youth to become leaders. Leaders in their life, leaders in their business. And the entire speech revolved around one sentence. And that was, Gardner said, future leaders are going to be simply those who are the best storytellers. Nothing else matters. And he then explained, you need basically four things, and he used the acronym LOLO to be a good storyteller. One, you have to be a good listener. Two, you have to observe everything. We have zero observation power now because we are always having only 2 seconds on the Instagram. Before that, you know, we are off concentration. Third, develop your language, any language. And he strongly believes fundamentally mother tongue, and then maybe many more languages if you wish. And lastly, and this is what is important, the only story left to be told is your own story. Every other story has been said. And your own story can be told only if you're authentic and if you have a good story. So focus on that. As far as success is concerned, I would say just don't try for it. It should be treated as simply excelling yourself every day, every minute. And I will not ask you to pursue success, measure success, just as you cannot do that with happiness. I will end this with a quote by one of the legendary thinkers of the modern times who survived a concentration camp called Viktor E. Frankl, who wrote in a book, Man's Search for Meaning, this quote is about the philosophy around what is success. Those who have a why to live, a purpose, a why to live, can bear with almost anyhow. So, with these words, I wish you, each and every one of you students, the very best, and I hope you will keep this institution, the city of Coimbatore, and this country, and all of us and your parents very proud of what we did to you and what you did to us. Thank you so much.
Let the candidates be now presented.
Mr. Chairman, I, Dr. A.M. Shaktivel, present unto you the candidates in person who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the university ranks of Bhattacharya University. There are 6 undergraduates and 1 postgraduate. Karthika A. of BSc Visual Communication. Kartika A of BSc Visual Communication secured second rank. Tirzamini Jivamini I of BSc Visual Communication secured fourth rank. Binmadi G of BSc Visual Communication secured seventh rank. Kirtana A of BSc Visual Communication secured 8th rank. Nishant Kumar B of BSc Visual Communication secured 9th rank. Lavanya S of BSc Visual Communication secured 10th rank. Aishwarya SNM of Master of Social Work secured 6th rank.
Mr. Chairman, I, Dr. Radhika, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of English who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts in English Literature of Bharatiya University. There is 1 first class with distinction, 3 first class, and 5 second class. Nitya Nandakumar. Priscilla Maria Gracia. Priyadarshini K. Shrihari S. Vaishnavi L. Janani S. Kalayarasi S. Shrija S. I also present unto you in absentia one candidate who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts in English Literature of Bharatiya University.
Mr. Chairman, I, Dr. N. Balu, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Management who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration of Bharatiya University. There are 4 first class with distinction and 40 first class and 1 second class. Anish Balaji V. Devanand D.V. Gomadi R. Hariram S. Harini S. Karthik Vallarsu K. Kavita R. Kaviyarasu K. Kirubanandan P. Kishore Khanna N. Mani Murugan S. Madhushri R.P. Mohammad Dulha M. Nalin M. Naveen Raj A. Ponmani Maran K. Pranesh D. Pritik Roshan PJ. Rahul Prasad TK. Ritanya M. Ritanya S.M. Roshan Dharmaraj S. Sajudas M. Saran Kumar RM. Sri Suganti S. Srijita S. Subha S. Subramanyam B. Suprita S. Surya CV. Shweta N. Tarun CJ. Varsha Ramachandran. Vikasini S. Vismaya J. Vivek E. I also present unto you in absentia 9 candidates who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration of Bharatiyar University. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I, Dr. Sumati, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Commerce who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Commerce in Professional Accounting of Bharatiyar University. There are 17 first class with distinction, 38 first class and 2 second class. Aarti G. Abhirami G. Amudatarani K. Ashwati M. Charuhasini S.H. Dandrup M.D. Divya Prabha T. Gauripriya A. Harshita B. Jagdish B.S. Jagdish U. Janani N. Kavya Prakash. Lakshanapriya D. Madhumita B. Mitra R. Mohammed Ashik S. Monica A. Monisha S.K. Nafia Tajin J. Nishanti S. Nishok PJ. Niveda US. Pooja S. Praktisha N. Pravint M. Priyadarshini MG. Rishabh G. Reshma R. Rubashri S. Sanjay C. Sandhya M. Saraswati E. Shalini A.S. Sivaranjani P. Siddharth S. Shruti Sanchana S. Shruti Shri V. Swati M. Tarini S.V. Vikash Kumar Sahu. Vilasini Devi S. Vimal Kumar S. Vinod R. Vishnu Dhyanesh V. Jagadish R. Gokulavani N. Suveda S. Nandakishore K. Saranya S. I also present unto you in absentia 7 candidates who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Commerce in Professional Accounting of Bharatiyar University.
Mr. Chairman, I, Leo Gertrude, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Visual Communication who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Science in Visual Communication of Bharatiyar University. There are 6 university ranks, 3 first class with distinction and 7 first class. Abhishek Sri S. Antonia Maria J. Bhavatarani S. Navanitha Krishnan R. Nitin Kumar A. Pranav Krishna A. M. Yalni T. Amsaleka G.R. I also present unto you in absentia 3 candidates who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Science in Visual Communication of Bharatiyar University.
Mr. Chairman, I, Dr. Emmanuel Daniel, present unto you the candidates in person in the Department of Social Work who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Master of Social Work of Bharatiyar University. There are 1 university rank, 5 first class with distinction, and 5 first class. Berlin Dorcas. Dhanalakshmi. Kamalesh. Kartiga. Meghavarshini. Rufus Franklin Ebenezer. Shri Vaishnavi. Raghavi. I also present unto you in absentia 2 candidates who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Master of Social Work of Bharatiyar University.
Now you have to administer a pledge, so I request the graduates alone to kindly rise. Okay. We shall, in thought, word and deed, ever endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties in our profession, and shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and honor of our university. We shall uphold and advance social order and the well-being of our fellow members, and shall devote all our energy to promote the unity, integrity, and the secular ideal of our country. Thank you. Be seated. Oh, please rise once again. Conferment of degrees. By virtue of the authority vested in me as the chairman of the Governing Council of the Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science, Coimbatore, I admit you as graduates for which you have been declared qualified to receive the degrees of the Bharatiyar University, and in token thereof you have been presented with these certificate, and I authorize you to wear the academic robes ordained as the insignia of our qualifications. Thank you. Please be seated. I dissolve this graduation ceremony. Now may we all rise for the national anthem.
जनहन मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उत्कल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनहन मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Request everyone to please rise. May we request everyone to please settle for a few instructions. We request everyone to please be seated. Kindly be seated. We have some important instructions for everyone. Please settle down. Firstly, please allow us to congratulate you, classites. You have scripted history by becoming the first batch graduating from Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science. Thank you for making graduation ceremony as a meaningful and dignified ceremony at the orb that reflects the significance of your personal achievement and your families and friends' pride in you. We look forward to see you what the future holds for each of you class graduates, and we wish you all the very best. We cordially invite the class graduates, the proud parents, guests, invitees, and members of faculty and press to join us for dinner at MVB foyers. For the kind attention of the graduates, we have a few important announcements. We request all the graduates to move to class and kindly return the academic robes and get the refund of the robe fee you have paid. Next, please visit the registration counter where you had registered for the graduation in the afternoon to receive your class alumni kit. And to create everlasting memories, we have customized selfie booth installed at the Mahalingam Vigyan Bhavan foyers. You don't have to worry about the angles or lighting. All you have to go is just click pictures and make great memories. With this happy note, we once again wish you all the very best. Classites in all your future endeavors. Thank you, Nandri and Vanakkam. For the kind attention of the graduates, we are now presenting the live video of today's graduation ceremony. Thank you.
நானும் இங்க இருக்கேனா